All right, welcome back to part 4, or I should say Gen 4, of our ratings videos. This one was tough. I really actually had to look through some of these Pokemon, and I recently finished a Diamond ROM, just like way off screen. I think it was a while ago on an emulator. And the nostalgia is just crazy in this game. I loved this game. And let's just jump right into it. Turtwig line, I liked. I actually picked them first when I ever bought this game. And I know everyone's like, you hate grass types. But hear me out. I just loved the design. I think the design honestly caught me. Because I'm like, all right, hear me out. Monkey, penguin, turtle with cute grass on his head. So that's why we picked them. But I think all the starters are A. There's no doubt that they were just the designs were all perfect. I really, really think Pokemon I don't even say a company because that's probably not even a Game Freak. The designs of the Pokemon in this generation, I really think struck with a lot of the fans at that time instead of like, here's a whole bunch of gimmicks or like reruns of old Pokemon. I'm going to give you something fresh to use. And I think this generation, hands down, coming from the TCG, was just ridiculous. There was like Lucario cards that were just out of this world. Garchomp, I think they're still getting cards. I think Lucario just had a promo. Like this generation last, like Gallade, like Glaceon, all Leafeon, like this generation just exploded with ideas, and I think probably one of the best times we had. I mean, there's some, well, we'll get to the list, but there's some Pokemon in here that I really think weren't necessary, and I'll tell you why. Starly line was one of them. Staraptor's a cool design, but they force-fed you a flying type, because if you go through this list, I know there's probably dual-type flying types, but like you have Honchkrow. I know Pokemon can learn fly, but Honchkrow, some of the like dragon types, like maybe can, like it's a waste though. There's no, like, you think Gen 1 gave you at least 2 flying types, even though everyone picked Pidgey over Spearow. I don't know if you did it the other way. Let me know. Bibarel and Bidoof. Love the idea because they were just used for HMs. Kricketune, and I forgot this one's name for some reason because I don't care for bugs that much. The Cry, absolutely terrifying. My first S is going to the Shinx line. I love the design. Again, this sucked me right in. But second, I think they made it very, very, very usable in the game. It was so good. Fast, super killer attack. But again, definitely one of my favorite Pokemon probably of all time. Badoo didn't cut it for me. Roserade's a B. If you watch my other video with Rosalia, Roserade, in my opinion, 100% opinion, should have been in the other game. I think it's okay to add it here. There's nothing wrong with that. But they should have just gave Rosalia an evolution, and I think it would have been better. Probably some of my favorite fossil types in this game. Like the way you had to pick and choose. Cranidos, I feel like they just gave it the real fossil look than most of the other things. Like, not saying Aerodactyl's not technically like a fossil dinosaur, but I like those designs better. I think they just look cooler. This whole thing is ridiculous, and I will tell you why. Just like Sawsbuck, they did Sawsbuck perfect in like the Deerling in the later games with the color change, the season change. They actually made it like good. I feel like this is just ridiculous. Like, here's all these variations. I know, whatever. It just looks kind of ridiculous. Same with this. That is a Butterfree knockoff. Fight me. We'll argue to the end about it. Combee with Vespiquen. Loved it. Actually, bug-type Pokemon I actually liked. Even though caught a male and didn't know it because I wasn't paying attention the first time I played this game. And was like, wow, he's level 50. These things do not evolve fast. I look, it needed like the little triangle, I think, on its head to be a female. I think it's right there. is just, it made me so mad, but it was so funny because I wasted so much time. Pachirisu, hate me for this. Gimmick, rodent, electric. That's a gimmick. The Buizel line, I guess B. I might start putting minuses back in these videos because some of the stuff is like in between, and that was one of them. Design's pretty cool, but did I use it a lot? Probably not, because there was other options that could learn water moves. Cherim, Cherubi, another dropped gimmick where it's just variations. Like it's plants that they just were like, here's your different kinds. Here's a rose. Here's a white rose. I know they're not roses, but that's my point. The Shellos line, typing was beneficial, but not my favorite. 8-Bomb, another normal type Pokemon. They just gave a next evolution to, which was not really needed in my opinion, but to each their own. Again, this is all opinion. Disclaimer. I should have done in the beginning. Opinions. This is about just how I feel with the game, cards, etc. Drifblim, ghost type. I liked it. I liked how it had to be like a Tuesday or something like that. Whatever at a certain time, and it would be floating in front of the Windworks. Lopunny, ridiculous design. Just, it's the Mega. Well, yeah, you can go there too, actually. Never used it. Such a ridiculous Pokemon. Mismagus, probably an A. I like Mismagus a lot. They gave this is where they gave an evolution and from one game to another and did it absolutely correct. Honchkrow, again, same thing. Dark type Pokemon. They're like, hey, here's Murkrow. Let's make it big. Purugly, Skuntank really reminds me, and you're probably people are going to definitely think this is not even close, but Weezing and Arbok come to mind when it comes, because it's like the villain Pokemon, and I mean, I think they are villains even in the TV show or the cartoon. I did like Skuntank more than Purugly. I didn't need another cat Pokemon, then we ended up getting about 12 more after that. Never used it. I don't even think, honest to God, I probably caught it just for the Pokedex. I don't know anything about it, I'm going to be honest. Bronzor, kind of a dropped ball. I feel like maybe could be a B- for Bronzor, but I feel like it could have been a better design or something. Better color, everything. Stupid. Just, I don't like baby Pokemon. If you watched, go watch I think I did a fairy run. You'll see. I had like baby Pokemon galore. It was terrible. Chatot, probably a D. Again, one of those. Here's a no evolution Pokemon that really just has a weird design, in my opinion. Not my favorite. Spiritomb, S-Class for me. I know I don't have a lot of S-Class in here, and I said, hey, these are probably one of my favorite games. It's because it's the game, not the Pokemon. But they do. I can't doubt them. They have some great designs. They're coming up. Like these, a lot of these are gonna end up in A and maybe some S. But Garchomp, I mean, is just straight up not maybe anywhere. Not an F. He is easily an S class. I mean, that's hard to argue just based on even if you don't like the TCG TV show. I think they have like plushies. Like I see a lot of people with a lot of Garchomp stuff, or I have a Garchomp in my party no matter what if I play that game. Like I said, I don't like baby Pokemon, but Munchlax can get a B. I feel it. I like it. I think it was an appropriate design. They kept it pretty simple. They didn't overdo it. I know that's kind of a little debatable, but I think they did it right. The Railu line, probably an A. Lucario's, no, don't get me wrong. Lucario can be S-Class. He's a badass. I think the oversaturation now, if I'm talking then, it might be a different tier. if I'm talking I feel right now, the oversaturation in TCG, the TV show, like just making it a consistently present Pokemon, almost like a Greninja. Like a Greninja's kind of in that same like, okay, you're the new Charizard. I mean, some people wouldn't think that, but Charizard, here's all these cards that are incredibly expensive. Here's your Ash's main Pokemon, I think he was at one point. But Hippowdon line, I'll give him a B. I mean, design's pretty simple. I like it. Makes sense. And I'll tell you why. Not my favorite poison type. Just looks like an accordion folder. Krogunk, I think they said Krogunk is one of the weakest Pokemon or something. I don't know. There was a video I watched, and I'll find it and I'll reference it next time. But someone broke down the base stats and like the typing like lineup and stuff, and just said it was like one of the worst. But I like the design. I've used him plenty of times for the poison typing. Carnivine, missed opportunity. I feel like it was just another weird plant. I feel like it's a Victory Bell, but instead of a Victory Bell, they put eyes on a Venus flytrap and gave it tentacles. The Luminion. Again, I can't pronounce some of these names. The C-type, just never. It's a fish. It's a fish. Mantike. Hate me for that one, but I hate it. I don't like that Pokemon at all. Abomasnow. Love Abomasnow. His pre-evolution, however, I don't. I think that's a weird design. I love the finished. The finished product is better than the first evolution. Weavile. Sorry. Probably B. Again, here's another evolution for something that didn't. Magnezone. This is where they started adding like quadruple evolutions. No, not quadruple, but just the items. Was a Magmarizer, Electrolyzer. I don't know what the other one even is. I know Rehyperier's in there. I did like these. I liked Magnezone better than Rhyperior. Licky was ridiculous. It's Elvis Lickitung. not original at all. Tangrowth. Here's a pre-evolution that needed an evolution. Electivire, very cool Pokemon, definitely A class for me. I think Magmortar is the same. Design is fantastic. They really bulked them up and actually made them look intimidating. Togekiss. Just kidding. I actually love Togekiss. He's A class. I used Togekiss non-stop in almost every run I've had in that game. Yanmega. Oh no, just kidding. He's also A. He's also an evolution that was given after the fact for Yanma, and I feel like another Roserade situation. Design though, flawless. Interesting here because now we're adding here's a new Eevee. Here's new Eevees. Leafeon. B. I think again you're gonna hate me. Grass typing. Oh, I thought Drifloon's feet were a Pokemon, and I'm like, who the hell is that? Glaceon, A for me. Love the design. Way better than Leafeon in my opinion. I think my evolutions they were above too. Leafeon was near the bottom. Gliscor, Again, I don't know too much about it. Mamoswine should have been a... Here's the other game, give it that. I feel like that would have made way more sense. Porygon, alternate. I don't care for it that much. I mean, Gallade, probably S-Class. Amazing. Here's Gardevoir, but we're going to just make it way more badass. Nosepass. The design is ridiculous. We'll just leave it there. Dusknoir. A. Yeah, I'll put it A. I like it, I think, because it's like Duskull finally gets a cool, like, really spooky looking Cyclops ghost. is it Glalie? And this is Frostlass, but like the alternate B, I guess. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's in the middle. Rotom finally being introduced. Maybe a C. I didn't care for it becoming a washing machine and appliances too much, but I hated these three. Hated, and I'm going to say it. Hated. Missed opportunity. All the same type, same thing. I think they literally know almost the same moves. That might be a big argument piece there, but they're so bad. I just don't like that as a legendary. Now, however, we're looking S-Class for this because this is where they started to kill it. Heatran, not a lot of people like. I actually like Heatran. I think the design makes a lot of sense for what type it is. Giratina, I mean, just absolute monster. I even put the alternate version. Shiny is one of the nicest shinies there is, hands down, bar none. Regigigas, whiffed. I feel like they're like here's this giant guy. It's like a Gaia, almost this big golem thing, and they're like, all right, we already have 3 of those. So again, if you like it, that's fine. Thing makes the most ridiculous cry too. It's hysterical. Cresselia, loved this Pokemon. This is where they took a legendary and did it right again, in my opinion. These two, however, fall in that same, did you need it? No. Darkrai. A, due to oversaturation and everything. The show, the cards, the everything. It's people talk about Darkrai again. Design's fantastic. Killed the design, but oversaturated. Shaman. That's not where it was supposed to go. So we're going to put Shaman in the B range. It's cute. Its other one is a C. Did you need another one? No. Arceus, aka God. You want to know why? He's a normal it's a normal type Pokemon. And let me tell you, you need plates for it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't care for it that much. Victini, I like Victini significantly better than Arceus by a mile. If this tells you anything, I like Bidoof more than Arceus and most of the legendaries. These are just the megas, and I don't know why there's gameplay and aesthetic, but anyway, let's review. S-Class, not that big in this one. Not that big. If you couldn't tell what my party was in the game, is pretty much right there. I mean, with a starter most likely, but maybe change out like Gallade sometimes or Spiritomb. A basically explains itself. I loved the addition of some of the evolutions that we had in the game, and hey, we made this better from the other one. Is right here. I know if I can, I might move Lucario. No, I'm keeping him A. I'm going to stand firm at A because of oversaturation for sure. Here's the B, C, and D range. I mean, just looking at it, Magnezone could probably move up to A. I'll do that. I'll do a move. It's definitely an A. I think, again, they nailed the design. They kept it consistent for the evolution line. Didn't go too far off. Going down to the low end, I like Shellos more than these legendaries, if I haven't said it enough. They just dropped the ball here. I feel like a lot of these Pokemon were just so poorly designed, but from that C range up, pretty solid. I can deal with the C range. I used a lot of these too, and I mean, they were good. It's good, but let me know what you think. Again, I want to appreciate everybody for stopping in the streams, if you can, even for 2 seconds. Commenting on the videos, having your opinions, that's huge. I like interacting. I interact pretty much right away. Some people comment, I answer almost immediately. I like to see a year list. If you guys, shoot me, like, take a screenshot, and if I, like I said, put it, like, send it to me on, like, maybe I think you can message on YouTube. I'm not sure. I can maybe also put an email if I might make an email. We'll try that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And Gen 5 comes next. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.